Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today is going to be the start of a new series here for today. We're going to be playing some Europa Universalis IV, and I've been giving it a lot of thought for the 1.19 Denmark patch. We're already doing our current Denmark campaign, and it's going splendidly. But I was wondering what else can we do? So I actually do want to do a new achievement, so let's go ahead and go to single player. And so there's a lot of achievements that we could get. Possibly we will see definitely a Spanish game in the future. I want to play as Castile and do actually probably a few different achievements within the same game. We'll see how that goes. But for now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to be the Teutonic Order. There's an achievement where you are the Teutonic Order or the Livonian Order, and you actually conquer all of Russia, basically. If we're going to take a look at the trade map mode here, it'd basically be most of the White Sea area and Novgorod, probably some of Kazan, Astrakhan, Kiev, and Crimea. Basically all of that. Ooh, Testicle Sid? Thanks so much for following on Twitch. Basically, it's all of that Russian region. You're supposed to own it as the Teutonic Order. You're supposed to basically conquer this big, huge blob here. And then you have to convert all of it to Catholic. Okay, so if we can't convert to Protestant, and we can't become Prussia, we have to stay as the Teutonic Order or the Livonian Order. You could go for either. I like the Teutonic ideas, and I also do believe that it is a harder start because you do have Poland and Mazovia and Lithuania here as your enemies, as well as Pomerania and Brandenburg. Although because there's no more core for Brandenburg on Neumark, there's less of an issue. So I decided that we're gonna go ahead and play a Teutonic Order run. We're gonna stay Catholic and then just go and conquer all of this. Although at the same time, we will probably need Muscovite help to defeat the Polish here in Mazovia, here in West and East Prussia, things like that. So it's going to be, I think, an interesting campaign. I'm not sure how long it can go for, but I think we're going to have some fun. Let's go and go to options. I just want to make sure everything's cool. We'll go ahead and stick on normal difficulty. I know you can go to hard and things like that. You know, all AI nations get like national unrest, interest per annum, manpower cover speed plus 50%, war exhaustion, aggressive expansion impact. But I think we'll stay at normal just to keep things baseline. Let's go to Lucky Nations. Lucky Nations, historical Lucky Nations is fine. Allow players to hot join, no. Terra Incognita, yes. Dynamic province names, sure. Monthly tax income, wastelands, exclaves use region name, yes. No limits on the idea groups. I like this being here, the no limits on the idea groups. I think it's just kind of a fair way to play the game, so I will go ahead and actually leave this on no. I believe that there should be limits on our idea groups. And then Fantasy Random New World, we're not going to do a Fantasy Random New World. I like it, but I don't use the Random New World, so we're just going to stay away from it. Custom nation difficulty, yeah, we're not going to use any of these here. Let's make sure they're province and normal values, historical tax and manpower values, nations, historical setup, yes, custom nation difficulty, okay. So we're going to go to the Teutonic Order, and we're going to go ahead and check out our country. We are a monastic order, so we do get to play around with that for a little bit. Fort maintenance is down, minus 20%. We are Catholic. We will have the Mazovians and the Polish and the Lithuanians as our enemies, so we should keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and play. We're going to do Iron Man mode. Achievements can be earned this session, and this game will count towards your leaderboard score. And we're going to go ahead and set up a new local save. We'll call it Baltic Crusader. So I just wanted you guys to know also that there is potentially going to be a problem with save files. I actually didn't know, but at 1.19.1, there's actually a save file corruption bug that's going around. I think it's actually afflicting us in our Denmark campaign. You guys might see that sometime in the future. So possibly there might be an issue with the save file. Also, I've been doing some diagnostics and some overclocking and stuff on my computer, so hopefully this episode doesn't crash or something. We are on Twitch, so hopefully I can recover whatever footage might disappear if for some reason we have some sort of crash or something, but those things aren't too big of a deal, hopefully. So let's go ahead and take a look here at our outset as the Teutonic Order. We have some lights, some galleys, and some transports. I'm going to go ahead and immediately set these guys to protect some trade here in the Baltic. We do control quite a bit of territory here. We have about 100 development, I believe, if we take a look at this here. Yep, about 100 development, 4.15 ducats per month. That's not bad at all for such a small country. We have enforcement of 15, which I'm assuming we have, 8 and 3. So I can actually get 4 cav, and just the rest are going to be infantry. We will go ahead and do that right now. Absolutely having a full force limit is actually going to be the thing to do here. So we're going to go ahead and let's set some rivals here. We are rival to Lithuania, Poland, and Brandenburg. I will play this game as if Poland is going to get the Union. It actually makes a lot of sense to have Poland get the Union. This game might be a little different if Poland doesn't get the Union over Lithuania. Lithuania. Brandenburg is also rival to me, so I guess we have to rival them back. We can take a mission to conquer Sternberg, which is Brandenburgian territory. I actually want to get claims on Polish territory here, as well as Mazovian territory, so we'll see where that goes. We can solidify our papal relations. We are going to stay Catholic, so a strong papal state and a happy papal state makes good for us. We get to survive. If we take a look here, Muscovy does have a Lithuania rivaled, which I'm assuming will switch over to Poland if there is something that happens here. Novgorod is also, at least at the beginning, a worthwhile ally. However, Muscovy usually almost always wins. Let's actually take a look here. We can ally the Livonians, and that's probably a good thing to do. Riga would also accept an alliance, which is also a very good thing to do. I want to take a look, though. Is Austria, Hungary, Bohemia? I want to see Poland's rivals. So Bohemia is potentially going to be a friend of ours, so is the Ottomans. Depending on what happens with Austria and Hungary, I might seek an alliance with Muscovy, Bohemia, and Austria. Probably these three. Hungary is a good choice if he rivals Poland, but it doesn't appear to be that way for now. He's actually rivaled Wallachia, Bohemia, and Serbia. So anything with Bohemia actually makes an enemy of Hungary. So we got to keep that in mind. So for now, we're going to improve relations with a papal state. Actually, even though I do want to do that to get the mission, I actually don't think that's possibly what we should do right now. I'd rather actually improve with Austria and Muscovy, just like right on the outset. So I think we can go ahead and go on speed 4 for a little while. I think that's fine. I don't think there's any problems with going on speed 4. Should we focus on a certain group of points here? You know, I love to be ahead on military tech. Since we will do a lot of conquering, it also makes sense to have a lot of admin points. Our first idea group is most likely going to be something military in nature. However, religious really, really does come in handy. We won't be getting into this Orthodox territory over here for quite a while. It's going to be a while until we turn on Muscovy. Really, we're going to be fighting inter-Catholic wars and just conquering just a lot. So I think focusing on military is going to be the thing to do. Also going for a military idea group initially, either defensive. I like quality as well, but I think defensive might be the thing to do. That's going to be our first choice. We actually do get discipline and cavalry combat ability as our first traditions, with institution spread being our finisher. If we check out some of these ideas here, infantry cost, cavalry cost for this first idea, some manpower recovery speed in there, infantry combat ability. This coupled with quality is actually excellent. We might have to actually go quality first. We do also get this assume religious authority, missionary strength +2. Also tolerance of the true faith, we get an additional missionary, and then the fort defense. It's actually pretty good ideas, I'm not gonna lie. So that actually makes religious a little less necessary. We will probably get religious just for the conversion, but you never know. You never know. I think quality actually will be our first idea group. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I think we're going to go on speed 4. Just let it roll. An heir is needed in the Teutonic Order. I usually go, as far as monastic orders, I go with either local nobles, foreign nobles if it's of a good dynasty. Here we get a Jagiellon, which is not exactly what I want. I'd prefer that. I prefer not to have a Jagiellon on the throne. If it was like a Habsburg or something for that relations boost, that's a different story. That's something else. So, I also do want to keep devotion fairly high if we're able to make that happen. Usually getting, papal proteges, things like that gives you, actually preachers usually gives you devotion. Right now we can afford something else though. I like a strong nobility. Having loyal burghers is never a bad idea. Hello there, Dolan Smith in the Twitch chat. Very nice to see you. We could go the easy route. I think we're gonna go with local noble. I think that's the easy route. We got a 333. It's a pretty decent guy. That's fine. We can go ahead and seek the support of the clergy. They have a little bit more influence. Influence is a big thing to watch out for when you're a monastic order. You have to watch out for clergy influence. Since we're already a monastic order, them having high influence is really not that big of a deal. So, although we can get dominance of the clergy, that is a possibility. We might get that disaster sometime or another. Let's see, the fate of Neumark. When originally part of Brandenburg, the Margraves have been in the past first pawned and then transferred to Neumark to us in order to raise money. The Margraves in the past first pawned and then transferred Neumark to us in order to raise money. A dissident plagued by robber barons, the province has generally been in more trouble than is worth for our order. So we can get some money and cede Neumark to Brandenburg, or we can keep it. Well, Brandenburg will not make another offer for Neumark. Neumark is Saxon. We do have a core. There's no core by Brandenburg. You know, it's 9 development. I could give it away, but I think I actually might prefer to keep it. Unless they're going to go to war for it or something, I'd rather hang on to it. Let's go ahead and improve relations with Austria and with Muscovy. An alliance with either of the two is of the utmost importance right now. That's like seriously very, very important. We're actually also going to set our attitude to friendly with these guys. Let's go and demand. Basically, we're going to take most of the Polish territory here. We're just going to desire all of it if we can help it, and some of this Lithuanian territory. At least on the outset, I want mostly all of that. And we're going to do that. That's what we're going to be doing. So we have a disaster here. It should go away hopefully sometime. It takes up, let's see. So it takes up 1 per month. So in 80 months, it will go off, which is a little over a couple years. Let's actually go ahead. You know what I do want to do? Is I want to check out our no, not our institutions, our estates. Let's see, where is that from? Is it the political map mode? It is. So these all belong hopefully to the burghers. That's right. So these are all the burghers. Any other trade provinces here? I can give this to Memel. Memel could go to the burghers. That would give us more trade power, which I think it's actually of the utmost importance that we do that. Also, I want to check out our forts. Königsberg, Tuchola, and Osterode have some forts. So we have a well-defended country, at least. That's nice. No other trade provinces. Okay, Danzig does belong to the burghers, so that's good. Okay, so we have a nice army. So Bohemia offered us an alliance. It's not a bad idea by any means. They are an enemy of Poland. Now, making them an enemy of... Basically, if we ally Bohemia, we have a problem with Hungary. And Hungary is usually good friends with the Austrians. I don't want that to potentially get us into a war with Hungary. At the same time, though, it is possibly unlikely. We can improve relations the best that we can, but it might be unlikely that we get an Austrian alliance. I'd rather have Bohemia and Silesia to at least offset Polish power. Poland is now allied with Brandenburg, so that makes things even worse. And Bohemia, how do you feel about Brandenburg, Bohemia? Brandenburg is actually threatened by Bohemia. Bohemia doesn't actually care about Brandenburg, though. At least at the outset, I think a Bohemian alliance does make sense. However, I should be willing to ditch the Bohemian alliance if it comes down to it. I really should. I might even tell these guys that I don't want to join offensive wars. However, if they attack Poland, that's a different story. And in fact, I can even check out what they desire. They actually don't desire anything here. They actually desire Hungarian territory. So maybe I'll tell these guys I don't want to join your offensive wars. For now. I'd really prefer just a defensive alliance with the Bohemians. Nothing crazy. Let's see. I got a question in Twitch chat. We have a viewer that wasn't aware that monastic orders had different mechanics. Yeah, I believe that was introduced some expansions ago. The Great Feud of Osterode. The serious conflict with the city of Osterode has gone too far. The citizens have taken some of the Hochmeister's vassals prisoner. And despite our best efforts countering this with anathema and interdict, the city prevails. That's curious here. Lose devotion, the clergy, and gain local autonomy in Osterode. Keep at it. They will relent sooner or later. The burghers lose some loyalty, and they become rebellious for 10 years. I think that's fine. We shouldn't have too many problems with rebellion at the moment. Okay, so it looks like the Polish did take the Union. We need a Jagiellon. So they took the Union. Can't rival them anymore. Livonians are our allies. I could rival Pomerania if I wanted to. Not a bad idea. That's a way for expansion, possibly anyway. Will Austria ally me? Will Muscovy ally me? That's the real good question. Possibly. I think we're actually going to have to kind of bleed on the power projection here for now. I don't want to make too many enemies at the outset. We're already allied with the Livonians. We're allied with the Livonians, the Bohemians, or yeah, the Livonians and the Bohemians for now. We want Muscovy and Austria, right? That's a pretty good block. Riga as an ally too is not a bad idea, although they are actually threatened by me. So they're always nice though. 6,000 troops, it helps. It helps. At least now though, a Livonian, Teutonic, and Bohemian alliance can at least stave off Polish power for now. I really do need an alliance though sometime in the near future. Hopefully this disaster doesn't get too bad. I'm actually going to have to consider what to do about this. I might just have to revoke something, to be honest. I might have to revoke Ermland. So revoking Ermland would put them under 74%. I might as well just do it now if I'm going to piss them off. I might as well just do it now. Königsberg as well is actually under the control of the clergy. And it'd be nice to have this base tax not be under their autonomy. I might even do it in Königsberg. That might be something to do. And this would reduce their influence by 13.7%. It's quite a bit. And I could actually give them... I actually can't give them any other land. Can't give them Marienburg. That's my capital. So I'd have to probably revoke Ermland and just kind of leave it at that. I think for a little while until this paves over. They're going to be a little mad, but I might be able to make a generous donation, 31 ducats to make them happy. No influence increase. That's fine. I think that's okay. Camber Cause is now following on Twitch. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. We do have a plague here. 12.41 ducats, and that's okay. Sure. That's doable. That's enough. So at least we have the estates not too pissed off now. Okay, and so right now is kind of just a period to wait and prepare. In the meantime, while it's going to take some time by, while some time ticks by, I do want to go ahead and find this this achievement that we're going to be going for here. I want you guys to see it in the screen itself. Let's see here, we'll go ahead and drag that to the side for a bit. So we're going for the Baltic Crusader achievement, and I do want to take a look at the terms of this achievement here. Let's see if I can find it in here somewhere. Did I pass it? I've got terrible tunnel vision. A Baltic Crusader. As the Teutonic Order or the Livonian Order own all of Russia as core provinces and convert it to Catholic. So we have to... all provinces in the Russia region, in the Ural region, and the Crimean region need to be owned by the Teutonic Order, is a Teutonic core, and is Catholic. So if we take a look at that on the map... Actually come over here to geographical map modes, and the regions... It has to be all of the Russias, all of the Russian region, all of the Ural, and all of the Crimean. So actually, if you really look at it, it actually is quite a significant territory to conquer. It's going to be a long, hard fight. This is the Baltic here. But that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be cool. We'll probably just own all of this. All the Russians, all of the Russian region, the Ruthenian region, the Baltic, Poland, Crimea, and the Ural. We'll probably own all of it. Maybe even some in Carpathia. Who knows? Let's see here. Let's go ahead and go back to the political map mode. General Hospital. A suggestion has been put forward to set up a general hospital to create a place where the needy would be welcomed and assisted. The clergy would be pissed off, but we can do it, or we get some devotion, we get their loyalty. National manpower modifier recovery speed for 10 years. So the way I look at it is, are we going to be going to war in 10 years? Is the manpower and the recovery speed worth it? In the next 10 years... Until from 1446 to 1456, are we going to be going to war? I would say not. I'm probably waiting on maybe 15 years at the latest. You know, I think I actually will go for the devotion and the loyalty here. Because I just don't think that we're going to need the manpower or the manpower recovery speed within the next 10 years. Even then, 10% and 5% respectively, it's not huge. It's not huge. It's not like crazy. I think it will be well worth 10 devotion and 10 loyalty. So I'm going to go ahead and take the loyalty and the devotion. And that at least helps out with our loyalty problems and such. We have a loyal nobility. And they give us plus 10%, so that makes things even better. I can probably build some more trade ships. Galleys would also be really nice. Having a navy is going to be pretty important. Excuse me. Got a question in Twitch chat. Can you do the Baltic Crusader achievement with Prussia? You cannot. You have to be Teutonic. I have to be Catholic. I can't be Protestant. I'm actually gonna go ahead and let's get more barks. Let's get like 3 more, and let's get some galleys. How about 4 more? We're going a little bit over the force limit, but we can probably afford it. It's really not that expensive to get galleys. Let's go and take a look here at our relations. So we want to improve relations with Bohemia sometime in the near future, but Austria, do you want an alliance? Not yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're actually going to be capped down on relations here fairly soon. We might just get it. If we increase our naval strength, he might also agree to an alliance. We need 14 reasons. We're getting there. What about the Muscovites? He's quite a bit far away. Yeah, we're quite far away from a Muscovite alliance. He's actually not rivaled Poland yet. So we might have to wait for a little while. Which is fine. If there's anything we have on our side, it's time. Allying Austria would also help us out with attacking Pomerania. In fact, I could even join the Holy Roman Empire and become an elector in the Holy Roman Empire, basically. I've done that before. In fact, our relation needs to be at 148 with Austria to be able to become part of the Holy Roman Empire. Right now, it's only 118. So we might actually get there. We might be able to perhaps get an alliance. Yeah, that might work out well, actually. Triumph of the clergy. While none would openly defy the clergy, there are a few states where they are as influential as the Teutonic Order. Clerical dominance. They get influence or lose some stability and they lose hell of loyalty. Ugh. That's kind of painful. Clerical dominance. This puts their influence too high. We're going to get that disaster back. Now, there is a modifier that goes away. The sought support actually goes away in 1464. This one would also be until 1462. That's quite a long time. I don't think I can afford to do this. I think I'll have to take that stability hit, as well as the disloyal estates. I have no choice. I've got no choice at all. That's all right. Could be worse. Let's go ahead and take these barks here. Take trade in the Baltic, and I'm gonna go back here. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. So I need more relations with Austria, basically. That's curious. I can't send him a gift. I don't have really the money for that. Yeah, they really just kind of have to be willing to accept an alliance. That's the best I have. I can't do much else. Muscovy, for sure, is not really willing to be an ally, at least for now. Let's go into improve relations with Bohemia. If we could royal marry, that would make things easier, but we can't. That would secure me an Austrian alliance for sure. That would secure me an Austrian alliance. We need, yeah, to be able to add this to the Holy Roman Empire, would be at 148. Ooh! I just heard a declaration of war. Polish conquest of Chuchol. Yep, Poland's declared war upon us. Prepare for battle. They say conquest as their cast us believe. Damn! We're at war with Poland, Mazovia, Lithuania, Moldavia, and most likely Brandenburg as well. Who else are they allied to? No, that's it. Alrighty, well, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching as always. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll figure out how this war goes in the next episode. Thanks so much.